I made this webpage with the idea being that people could submit ideas for things that they would like me to stream in the future. Sean Morley's Big Cow, I voted for this one. Join Sean Morley on his quest to find the biggest cow. I mean, I'm quite happy with that one. Sean Morley's Sin Big. Sean Morley attempts to become the most sinful man alive. Move over Satan. Sean Morley's here and he's ready to defy God. I'm not going to vote for that, but I wouldn't be too unhappy if that gets up to the top. Sean Morley's Idea Auction. Sean auctions off ideas he isn't willing to follow through on to the highest bidder. The winning bidder must then follow through on that idea and report back to the auction house. It's mad and I like that idea. Mall Vision. I want to see Mall Vision as in mall POV from a head-mounted camera. Ideally a mobile phone or connected to a mobile so chat could observe Mall doing something IRL. Not thrilled with that one. Sean Morley's Anchoritic Life. I voted for this one. Sean Morley has been bricked into a little room and has vowed to never leave. What wacky hijinks will he get up to in there? That one suits me right down. I'd love to be an anchorite. Sean Morley and the Wolf. Sean Morley has acquired a wolf. They must now learn to live together in harmony. As you can see, I voted for that one. Very happy to do that. Sean Morley Man with Shovel. What has Sean Morley buried this week and can you find it and dig it up? Then we've got The Big Poo. Sean Morley attempts to get as many people as possible to poo simultaneously as a protest against the price of bread. That seems like it's helping me to add structure, the bread protest, but I think conceptually and practically that's making my life harder. Sean Morley gets small. Sean Morley gets as small as possible and then tries to get smaller. The second half of that idea is where I start to laugh a lot. But I'm not yet small enough. That's pretty good. Downcycling. Each week, Sean Morley takes an object and makes it functionally worse and less valuable. I'm willing to do that one. I haven't quite got it figured out what that would be. Sean Morley's Big Shoe Experience. Sean Morley lives the one big shoe lifestyle and gives weekly updates on how that's going. So some of these don't seem like streams. They seem like featurettes that would just update during streams. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I do think it would fuck my life. Like it would fuck my life up. I think you'd get like issues walking around with one big shoe. That also means that am I allowed to even wear a shoe on the other foot? Like, I don't know. Wouldn't I get problems in my ankle or something? Sean Morley's Bananas in Your Eyes. Sean Morley convinces you to put a banana in your eye. In brackets, do not put a banana in your eye. Sean Morley's Let's Recategorize the Moon. What even is a moon? Do you find the moon's category to be boring and insufficient? Well, let's bring that... Let's bring what even is the moon back to the table. What a sentence. Well, let's bring what even is the moon back to the table. Maybe it's time to ban the moon. Tune in to find out. Sean Morley's Top Nun. Join Sean Morley in ranking the greatest nuns of all history. God Emperor Sean Morley. Become worm and follow the golden path is also a celebrity pop culture quiz. Budgie Hell. Sean Morley has acquired 10,000 budgies and must now live with that. Hijinks expected. Are these streams? Do people think with this they could just ruin my life? Like my off-air life? I don't even understand this one. Multiplicity. Mall A plus Mall B must find Mall E. Oh, it's a pun on my name, I guess. But then what do I actually do in the stream? Sean Morley's I Can Build a Helicopter. Sean Morley knows how to build a helicopter. Sean Morley will build a helicopter. Sean Morley does not need to look up how to make a helicopter. Sean Morley can build a helicopter. It doesn't give me a lot of raw materials to understand what I'd be doing for 2+ hours. Sean Morley is buttered up. Each time Sean is given a compliment, more butter is applied. Can you get Sean all buttered up? You have to praise that one for having like a concept and a theme that all works together. It's not just like two unrelated ideas welded together like I'd say 90% of these are. This one makes sense. I don't want to do it at all. I don't think it would be good. It's very one note and I'd make a real mess. I stayed with my nan over Christmas and she's 95, which is really old to be. It's old to be that age. And before we left, she went on a rant about how people hug too much these days. They're all hugging and they're always saying, I love you. And she finds it really distasteful. And she thinks it's because of America. She thinks because of American influence on the television. Everyone's always hugging and saying, I love you. And I was saying to her, I don't even disagree that that's why that's happened. But why is that a bad thing? Where's the harm in it? She says, oh, it's just not right. Well, no, she's right that that's probably where it came from. Historically, in terms of one thing causing another thing, I think she's spot on. Where she is not spot on is that this is like a social ill that we need to resolve and sort out. This is, the kids are going the wrong way in life. I had a brutal rejected hug attempt. In fairness, I was walking down a pier in North Wales and the sun was in my eyes and I had to determine who a silhouette was. And because I was doing a comedy festival and comedians as member of the theatrical class, they're quite huggy. Doing comedy will turn the gruffest person you've ever met into a hugger just because it's part and parcel of the culture. And so I was like, oh, whoever it is, hello, good to see you. And I gave them a hug. And they were so firmly expecting a handshake that not only did they not take their hand out of the handshake position, but the hand in the handshake position stabbed me right in the stomach. They held it like a dagger. And I was like, ow. And I pulled myself away. And it was the organizer of the whole festival who, I guess, in that moment, I learned didn't see me as a peer. According to the Irvings, a creature named Geff introduced itself and told them it was a mongoose born in New Delhi, India in 1852. According to Vorry, Geff was the size of a small rat with yellowish fur and a large bushy tail. The Irvings claimed that Geff had communicated to them and that he was an extra clever mongoose with an earthbound spirit and a ghost in the form of a weasel. And once said, I am a freak. I have hands and I have feet. And if you saw me, you'd faint. You'd be petrified, mummified, turned into a stone or a pillar of salt. The Irvings made various claims about Geff. He supposedly guarded their house and informed them of the approach of any guests or any unfamiliar dog. If someone forgot to put out the fire at night, Geff would go down and stop the stove. Geff would also wake people up when they overslept, and whenever mice got into the house, Geff supposedly assumed the role of a cat, although he preferred to scare them rather than killing them. Citation needed. Margaret and Vorry Irving left the home in 1945 after the death of James Irving. They reportedly had to sell the farm at a loss because it had the reputation of being haunted. And in 1946, Leslie Graham, who had bought their farm, claimed in the press that he had shot and killed Geff. So they devalued the property massively with this Geff story. And so when someone else buys it, he's like, this is worth a fraction of what it's supposed to because people are scared of the mongoose. I know. Attention everyone, I've killed the mongoose. Recently made the article Gibbeting of Steve at Watson, which was a pretty fun story. I mean, I'm happy to go. Wikipedia is just eternal, isn't it? Watson was accused of poisoning his wife. She had given birth a week prior to her murder. He was tried. Where's the, so far, this is just grim. I was expecting some funny twist to the story, but it's actually about a wife poisoner who was left on display to rot for 50 years. It's got a kind of grim solemnity absent from the story of Geff, I think. Rock band. That's a drum kit, right? Rock band. Gotta be rock band. Okay, it's not rock band, but rock band is part of the name. Okay, rock band 2. It's not rock band 2, but rock band's part of the name. Okay. Rock band 4. It's not rock band 4, but rock band's part of the name. Okay, is it rock band 3? It's not rock band 3, but rock band's part of the name. It was released before 2010. Is it the Beatles rock band? It is. It's the Beatles rock band. Is it Beatles? People are giving me Sean. I need to make my own name a band term. I can't be being shawned here. If I was driving a car and someone shawned me, I would drive it into a ditch. I would drive it into a canal. And no one would know, not even me, with my dying breath, would I know if I did that on purpose. I'm very, very stoic in the face of me thinking someone's fully insane. So that's why I can't be reassured. I can't be reassured. I falsely reassure people all the time. I spend all day, every day, telling people who I think are mad, that's fine, everyone feels that way. Can you imagine if I told you now I'm a therapist?